Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Brown Seneca-Soshin Elk Talk 3. Today's topic is going to be the Ulysses contract, also known as the Ulysses Pact. So, first, a little bit about myself, because that sets the stage as to what the Ulysses contract is and how it may apply to both our personal and professional lives, especially as innovators and entrepreneurs. So, you would be surprised to hear that I am both a monk and an Epicurean. Epicurean in not the classical sense of the word, but more in the popular culture meaning of it. That is, someone who indulges in good food and wine. So I'm both a monk and an Epicurean, and an ascetic and a hedonist. But the Epicurean and hedonist parts are very, very few, like probably once every 100 days or few times in a year. But my life is lived down to earth. I do a number of monastic practices. You can always get in touch with me to know what is that I do, and also do something called ascesis, a stoic practice. It's more like what you would call 24 48-hour fasting, and doing high interval intensity training, running in the mountainous trails, and lifting weights very rigorously and vigorously. But at the same time, once in a while, I do enjoy a good glass of wine, good, healthy, nourishing food. So I'm sort of a paradox, but I full well know these pleasures have to be kept in check, and I don't want to be enslaved to them. Rather, I would be their master. So that's how I approach my life. That's my Ulysses Pact. So, what is the Ulysses Pact? It comes from antiquity, as many of you may know, especially those who are familiar with the Western canon literature. Homer wrote two big epics, Iliad and Ulysses, or Odysseus. And Ulysses is the protagonist, and we won't go into the details of the epic, but anyway, he and his men are on a voyage, and they have to sail past an island full of sirens, beautiful women with extremely beautiful voice. But if you listen to them, it'll turn one mad. You become so enchanted and hooked, you can never let go of it, and you lose your rationality. However, Ulysses wanted to hear that, and what he did was he future-proofed himself. He set a threshold of sorts, that he won't become or won't fall victim to them. So what he told his men was to stuff their ears with the beeswax so they don't hear the beautiful songs or the enchanting voices, and ask them to tie him to the mast of the ship so that he can hear them, but will never get so seduced by them that he would run into their island and become a victim of them. So that's the Ulysses Pact. You future proof yourself. So, in a similar vein, whether it be fitness, food, and all the personal well being things, we need to future proof ourselves. We need to have a commitment device. It could be making it public, posting it in social media, making a commitment there, or to a real person like your spouse, a good friend, and do what is necessary to lead a healthy life. But more interestingly, on the innovation and entrepreneurial side, people either underdo it or overdo it. And why I say that is, when you underdo it, probably you're not proceeded with your, let us say, the founder's hypothesis about a new product idea, and not given it enough of a time to test it out, pivot, shape it so that it has an opportunity to win. So one ends up prematurely disheartened in the valley of the trough, so to speak, as you might know, in the innovation and product adoption curve, and it becomes a false failure. On the other hand, when it becomes very clear after several times, several trials, after it has been exhausted, in terms of market research and product market fit and all of that, even technology product solution fit, as to whether that product is sound, good, is it affordable, available, reliable, all those good things about good utility experience and user experience. If they have been provided and yet there is no take in the market, probably it's too early in too early a time for that product to take root and become a win. So probably that it's about time to let go of that product and actually send it to its grave. So we don't want to become bankrupt or bet our house and lose it. So we don't want to become a victim to what is known as a sunken cost failure. We have already put, like, say, several $1,000s. Let's add a little more time, little more money, and keep on trying it, but to no avail. So a Ulysses pact or a contract needs to be drawn before you proceed in terms of your runway, amount of time that you're going to give yourself, amount of money you're going to invest, and amount of angel investors or venture capitalists that will back you, or who they will be. There needs to be some kind of a vision or a roadmap as to how you will come to realize that. So that is the Ulysses pact one needs to draw both in professional and personal life. So I hope this has given you some ideas, and you may also want to look up the Ulysses contract or Ulysses pact, or maybe even spend some time reading Homer's epic Odysseus or Ulysses. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.